is Yanis Ambrosini. Number 6 is Chris Arthur. Number 7 is Troy Howard. Number 8 is Deshaun Phillips. Number 9 is Derek Azamora. Number 10 is Jean-Baptiste Fischer. And number 11 is Funcho Sinai. On the bench for Sittingbourne. Number 12 is Jack Stevenson. Number 13 is Luke Woodward. Number 15 is Alice Brown. Number 16 is Michael Salako. And number 17 is Emmanuel Rowe. And Jerusalem! Number 1 is Ewan van der Vliet. Number 2 and captaining the side today is Johnny McCain. Number 5 is Luke Campbell. Number 6 is Tony Rittmer. Number 7 is Fraser Barlow. Number 9 is Lorne Bickley. Number 10 is Ryan Dos Santos. Number 11 is Miguel Carvalho. Number 12 is Adam Trotter. Number 15 is Jamie Watling. And number 16 is Luke Watson. And on the bench with us today, number 3 is James Carr. Number 8 is Joe Kilshaw. Number 14 is Jay Giles. Number 20 is James Sunley. And number 13 is Daniel Ginadu.
Another piece of history for the Jersey Bulls this evening as they play their first midweek home game at Springfield Stadium at Step 4. Well, the Bulls are in good form. Back-to-back wins last Tuesday at Herne Bay and Saturday against the then league leaders AFC Croydon, winning 3-2 with a late goal to bring it that close in the end. The Bulls dominating the second half, outplaying Croydon and taking all 3 points on the road. Well, tonight they're up against the Brickies of Sittingbourne. They have met before, twice in the space of 3 days, back in August 2023, on the 5th and the 8th, when the Bulls played in the FA Cup at Sittingbourne, drawing the first game 0-0, and then going back there on the Tuesday night and winning 2-0. Well, another test for them this evening, a chance to make it 3 in a row and a chance to climb a little bit further over up the table. And with games in hand, they've got a chance of really pushing for the top 5. Long way to go in the season, of course. Well, the Brickies having a little handshake with Beanie as the Bulls get their photos prior to kickoff. Only one change for the lineup that faced Croydon on Saturday. In is Luke Watson, and to the bench goes Joe Kilshaw. Captained again by Johnny LeCain, who scored the third goal, proved to be decisive on Saturday, and the 600th competitive goal for the Jersey Bulls since formation. Well, the Brookies looking sharp there, just getting themselves ready, fired up for this evening. And they themselves, not too bad a run of form, sitting at 8th position, 12 points from 7 games. The Bulls 9 from 5, so average points per game slightly higher. Well, this evening, in charge of proceedings in the middle there is Chris Bowdry. Well, it should be an interesting test for the Bulls, a Tuesday night again, but at home for a change, of course, with Step 4 football. The opposition can travel on a Tuesday or Wednesday midweek game. Interesting to see how the Bulls go. They looked sharp on Saturday. They looked back to that kind of football that they played so often towards and throughout last season and towards the end of the season before, but really starting to flow, and they certainly were up for it on Saturday, and perhaps caught Croydon, the Rams, just off guard a little bit, perhaps expecting an easier game than they got, and in the end, staring the defeat in the face. Well, the final huddle for the Brickies, working out how they can build some solid foundations this evening as they try and take some points off the Bulls. Well, the drones in the air, we'll get some footage from that at some point. Hopefully not disturbing any of the dugouts. As the final photo opportunities are taken, hands are shaken. Off comes the Supremo. AD there, just leaving the arena. And the Bulls getting ready to take on the Brickies in all yellow this evening. The Bulls, of course, back home wearing their red and white. Well, should be an interesting game, and another test tonight of the Bulls' credentials at Step 4. And so far, they remain undefeated in the league. Well, we're ready to go, and we're underway. And it's Adam Trotter who gets us going. Long ball forward again. Work there to do at the back for Crowhurst, but lets it run. And a little bit of a wasted ball just played forward there. Cross will go Mitchell Beanie, looking resplendent in an off orange this evening as he goes and gets a first touch. Keepers always like to have a little bit of a feel of the ball early as possible. And it'd be interesting to see where the threat comes this evening. Expect Asamoah, the number 9, for the Brickies to be pretty lively. As the ball is flicked on the inside, looking for Asamoah, who's going to get a chance to run at this, and he's into the penalty box. Asamoah, can he hold it up? He can. Twisting, turning, doing well. Gets it across, but blocked by Barlow. Well, we know Asamoah has played at a decent level. He's on a dual signing with one of the other sides, Haringey, and there he is, causing problems and getting a little bit of a half a yard there. It's going to be a corner and a chance for the Brickies here to put a bit of pressure on Van der Vliet. And the Bulls' defence. There's a lot of movement into the box there. Go forward is Ambrosini, wearing 5, and there's a lot of movement now, and it comes near post. And there looks to be a solid header from Barlow. Back it comes with a little bit of interest. Again, this time, Watson doing the defensive work. Out to Hoyt. Hoyt now cuts inside, going to try and whip it far post. Open header. Well, and over the bar from close range there. Well, the Brickies have started quickly. Looks like it may well have been Howard there for the Brickies, who've brought a few over as well, having a little midweek soiree in Jersey. Van der Vliet going long again. Flicked on. And not yet finding the target. And a throw in for Sittingbourne, which it will be taken by Crowhurst. Wants to get a bit of distance. Just pinches a few extra steps, and then again looking for Asamoah. As Watling goes across, does really well there. Watling, Asamoah goes down, no foul. Brickies can't keep it in though. A little bit of slipping over on that far side. A decent number in the bullpen this evening. Watching another bit of Bulls history, who at the moment are finding themselves pretty much on the back foot, but a chance now for Ritzema. Just drops that shoulder and then takes the burst inside to Trotter. Of course, the scorer of the first goal to equalise on Saturday. McCain getting the third, has a little touch there and captaining the side again this evening. Now Watling. McCain, and just looking for a little bit of an option here. Give and go from Watson. Watling again. Clips it forward. Cavalier with his first chance to get a run at Hoyt. Hoyt does well. Cavalier can't get control of the ball. Goal kick. And again, a chance for another little touch, just to have a feel of the ball from Beanie. Both sides just trying to find a little bit of calmness, settling down into this game. And again, clearances have just gone a bit astray so far. Barlow back to Campbell. Van der Vliet. And then Watling again. There's a little bit of change of pace and bursts through, but the ball is given away. One back by Ritzema, half. And then Fisher. And then again, another ball that just doesn't find the target. Trying to find the recipient. Over on the far side, looking pretty animated over there, is the manager for the Brickies. And again, long throw from Crowhurst. Well, it's a bit bitty to start with. Either side really able to keep the ball in play for too long. To Santos, and then Barlow bundles down, but only a half bundle this time. Battling away there, and the challenge of Howard. And then Watson intercepting. Santos hoiks it up towards Bickley. Watson doesn't quite win it. Asamoah. Trotter. Ritzema again. Ritzema now with a bit of chance to have a little bit of a run here. Got a bit of space in front of him. We'll take it on. Ritzema now looks at Cavalier on the outside. Cavalier now. Chance to run at Hoyt again. Has to just check. Trotter now. He has a bit of space in front of him. Bickley wants it far post. McCain stays up. Back inside to Ritzema, trying to just find a little way through here. Get that pass to unlock as Barlow to the left-hand side, whips it high and wide. And again, not finding his intended target. Too much on it. Both sides still struggling to keep hold of it. Well, it's a good chance for the Bulls tonight to pick up more points, climb the league. Of course, having a cup action, they weren't able to play a few Saturdays. It's a battle here again. Oh, Asamoah, flag has gone up. Yeah. A few more in the bullpen far side. As the Campbell wants a bit of movement up ahead. Clips it forward. Ball's throw. Barlow will just wait for the ball. Watson just creating a bit of space. Trotter though. Barlow does well. Barlow still going, trying to find his way through, and then quickly across is Crowhurst, who whips it back down the line, but again it goes out. Oh, there's a wind just about 20 feet in the air, but it seems to be helping the ball out of touch. And again, Barlow. His movement to Santos, Ritzema, Trotter gets through to Ritzema. Ritzema just trying to take it out onto that left-hand side. Still going, tries to get past Crowhurst, can't. And then again, trying to release the run of Howard. Campbell is there, slides in, does really well and retains possession of the ball. Quality challenge there from Luke Campbell. Barlow again now, chance for the Bulls to play it through. Bickley gets a touch. Bickley trying to just lay it off. In the end, it maybe just catches the shoulder. But that was a quick switch from back to front there. Beanie again. Watson doesn't control. Asamoah does. Watling goes down. Free kick given. Quickly taken. Referee says no. Retaken again. Ball still moving. Oh. Bit of a stickler this evening. Ooh, heavy challenge there by Johnny LeCain. Free kick. Just taking out Sinai there. Quite a heavy challenge by Johnny LeCain. It will be a free kick which will be taken by the skipper, Hamill. Again, the Brickies just lining up, edge of the box. Solid header by Campbell, then cleared by Trotter to Cavalier. Cavalier trying to trick his way past Hamill this time. Well, then trying to play it back, and Asamoah's been lively. He's certainly getting in the mix there, the Brickies number 9. Just trying to cause all kinds of problems at the back there. Need to be careful of him. Again, long ball forward. Solid header though. Campbell then jumping over the back of Watson. Flicked on. Campbell will get there ahead of Asamoah. De Santos battling. Ritzema flicks it forward. Bickley. Santos trying to get across and wins it. Ritzema can't keep it in. Scrappy so far for both sides. The flowing football is very much stuck at the moment. Referee just going back. Looks like, well, the keeper, Beanie, not had much to do. A couple of touches, but has gone down, whether he's just jarred something. Physio. First introduction for either side. Well, they've got a full bench this evening. Whether they have a separate of their 5 goalkeeper, a backup keeper, will be seen only if Beanie can't recover. And a chance for Elliot Powell, the management team, to just have a few words with the Bulls players who just need to get a bit of hold of this game. So far evenly matched, but neither side really doing any damage. The most dangerous looking to be Asamoah. Well, Beanie has had a bit of magic spray. Looks like he's going to be okay. And just a little bit of time to add on in this first half. Another long throw. And up and under there. Well, down goes Howard. Free kick given. Well, it didn't look to be too much in it. Fisher protesting. And Chris Bowdry just going to have a word. As Howard just slow to get up here. But does slowly get back to his feet, and a chance again in a good position here. It's one of those that might fancy, if they want to go for the goal, they're going to have to, I think it's going to be someone with the left foot, have a pop from there. Bulls just holding just inside the edge of the penalty area here. 2 in the wall. Brookie sending a few forward here. Just Hoyt staying back. Ball's whipped in, should be Van der Vliet's. No one comes, Campbell gets there. Back and across it comes, flicked on. Van der Vliet will get there, but it's gone out. Goal kick. And again, the Brookies looking a little bit dangerous from set pieces. Van der Vliet just restoring a bit of order, goes long. Solid clearance from him, looking for Bickley, who's jumping there. Headed back by Sinai. Bickley in a bit of a battle there, doesn't quite make it through to Trotter. And then cleared. And a foot chase for Watling. Asamoah arriving there. Well, Johnny LeCain tries to flick it away and it's taken off him. Edge of the box. Well, Barlow lets it run. Howard was on his shoulder. Sinai played it in. Not really yet been much to talk about in terms of quality football. Early days still, just coming up to the quarter of an hour mark in this first half. Still Jersey Bulls 0, Sittingbourne 0. And another chance for Bickley to try and get there. Flicked on by Cavalier, then Trotter. Well, they're defending in numbers here. McCain cutting it out, throw in. And Hoyt just comes forward. Long throw down the line. And it's come off Cavalier. So it'll be another throw with a little bit extra distance for the Brookies here, near side. Chance to maybe launch one into the box. Looks like Crowhurst is the player charged with the long bomb. As again, the Brookies crowding that penalty box. Solid header by Watling, he reaches it first. Dos Santos tries to hook it around the corner for Trotter, doesn't get there. Howard does. Back it comes. And again, no accuracy in that pass. Whether it was a pass, shot, cross, hard to say. It was nowhere near any of the Brookies players. As their fans just try to get a little bit of noise going from behind the Van der Vliet goal in this first half. Another good clearance, looking again for Bickley. Ball bouncing around and bouncing out. And again, the other side really, as yet, getting into their stride. It's pretty defensive. Big up and under again. Now Ritzema nods it down, takes it on, tries to get away from Theobald's. It's going to take something from one of the Bulls players just to spark something this evening, just to get the ball moving. Ritzema trying to get behind, and then skipper Hamill clearing up. Brookies get the throw. Another long throw down the line. Flicked on. Dos Santos gets back. Picks it up, gets brought down though. Free kick given right in front of the referee there as Fisher trips to Santos. Wasn't from there, but referees let it play. Watling now. McCain. And they're back in numbers here. The Brickies. Asamoah working out as well. Getting back. McCain flicks it on. Cavallier's going to have to do his best to win it there with Hoyt, who's just about stays on his feet and then falls to Ritzema. Back to Watling and Campbell. Better. Now Barlow to Santos. Just holds it up and gets just maybe a little bit of a tug there from Crowhurst. Nothing given. Another throw in. And Crowhurst again, you'd expect will just try and get it down the line. Look for the flick on. Another up and under. Barlow with the header. Well, this game you would hope at some point is going to start to get a bit of life in it. Barlow, Santos, and again it's just not quite going for either side. The ball's trying to get... Barlow trying to steal a few yards there. Into the Santos, who tries to keep control, but he hooks it in and it cleared easily by Ambrosini. Asamoah, who's looked the most dangerous. He's been the most controlled with the ball at his feet so far. And of Lee. Looking for Cavalier. Hoyt does enough. And then another ball just played forward with no real purpose and no real direction either. Watling. Watson and Trotter and McCain better. And again, just not really getting forward. Patience. Now Campbell, who checks again. Nothing in front of him, so he has to go back. And here comes Watling. Nobody yet closing him down. He's got a bit of space and keep going. McCain is forward. The balls have to go back to Watson. He decides route one is the option, tries to get it in behind Hoyt as Cavalier does manage to get hold of the ball this time. Can he just work some space here? He's going to try and take it on Cavalier to get to the byline. Hoyt coming across, uses his strength just to nudge Cavalier off the ball. Nothing wrong with that. I feel that Cavalier might be better off just trying to cut inside quickly. The minute he just gets level with Hoyt, any chance Hoyt has to turn and use his size, it's going to make it hard for Cavalier. But if he can just drop a shoulder, drop a right shoulder and then just cut inside, it may just give him that little bit of edge and that burst of speed to get away from Hoyt. No doubt he will have that in his mind as we have the umpteenth throw-in of this first half. And Crowhurst again. Header from Watson and Barlow, but it falls to Asamoah. Asamoah trying to trick his way past Campbell, claims it's gone out. Flag does go up. And it will be a goal kick. And it certainly hasn't been pretty in this first 22 minutes nearly gone here at Springfield Stadium. Neither goalkeeper really tested. Not much action in either penalty area. McCain again inside to Trotter, who sweeps it out to Cavalier. Now, ball trying to go in and behind. Flag is up though, Bickley is offside, but well covered across there. Look to be Arthur. See how that knock, that just maybe a strain on Beanie, how that affects him, whether it was when he was clearing it. Looks to be okay. Ricky's get it again far side, and no doubt we'll see Crowhurst again just come down the line, trying to launch one more towards the penalty spot. Goes shorter to Fisher. Now he does, well, again, he's put that over. He's put it out of Springfield, in fact. And that has been the story of the first quarter of this match. The delivery of the ball from both sides has been below average. Going long again is Van der Vliet. Bickley jumping, trying to, but just shut down a little bit by Ambrosini. Now a chance perhaps for Bickley to lay it out. Dos Santos forward arriving is Trotter. Dos Santos takes it on. Dos Santos squares it. Beanie gets down, outstretched, and just takes it away on the 6-yard box from any danger. And then a quick ball which Barlow goes across and gets to it ahead of Howard, but he's got it back. And nice play from Barlow, just skipping away from Fisher to Santos. Well, no foul from Hamill. Play on. Here they go. Here comes Fisher. And the ball's just trying to clear it. Campbell calmly just drags it back and away from Asamoah. Bickley flicks it on. There's nobody there, though. And it is a bit chalk and cheese this evening from what we saw in the second half on Saturday from the Bulls, where they were dominant. And here they're just trying to find a way of getting out of first gear, you feel. And it's going to be a throw-in again. Well, they've had 3 games in a week, and it's a big ask for anyone. 2 of them, of course, were trips across to the mainland. That's Crowhurst again. This time will look to go long, it looks like. Here it comes. Flicked on, hooked across. Well, the flick on there from Ambrosini. And then Howard trying to hook it towards the goal. Van der Vliet, quick goal kick taken. He's given it away. It's come back with a bit of interest. Asamoah Watling does really well. Just keeps his eye on the ball, stands his ground. Fisher pressing. Back again to Van der Vliet. Takes a touch. Carvalho jumping, just goes too early this time. Well, the ball stayed in. Well, not quite. Looked like Sinai just maybe got the better of Johnny McCain, but the ball had gone out. Trotter hooks it towards Cavallo, but they're defending in numbers, and it's really hard to get through the Sittingbourne back 4. As Howard sprints across, Dos Santos getting back to try and close him down. All inside there to Theobalds, and then again goes back towards Bickley, but cut out. The Brickies trying to get away there from Barlow. Busy again is Howard, now Hamill. Just a touch, just enough from Dos Santos. Foot on it by Watson. It's a little bit better here, but Hoyt comfortably gets there. And you feel Dos Santos is seeing too much of it in his own half and too much defensively so far. Need to get him a little bit further forward and out on that left-hand side. Same for Carvalho. Bickley very much the lone striker, as again the ball Trotter tries to play is easily cut out. This time by Arthur. Well, nice ball to Sinai, who's kept it in. Good skill, chests it down. He's going to run against Lacane here. Carvalho getting back and nicks it off him again. Well, we saw that on Saturday. We see it a lot from Miguel Carvalho. Defensively, he's really good, and he's just having to come back sometimes to win the ball back. And, well, another injury for one of the Brickies here. There's Carvalho with sportsmanship, knocks it out. Wanted to get a bit of a run going, but The Brickies are a man down. Looks like it may well be Fisher who's gone down. More treatment required, and maybe some more instructions for the Bulls on the far side. As yeah, it is Fisher. Maybe just got a bit of a knock in the challenge, but should be okay. I'd expect that Hoyt will just throw it back. A few hands on hips this evening. Yes, Fisher still feeling the effects of that. Plenty to turn to if the Brickies need a subby. A bit of the magic water there, just helping Fisher. Rick Watson in long conversation there with the referee, not quite sure what he's talking about there, but Mr. Bowdry seems happy to entertain it, although nothing seems to be coming of it. Fisher is back up, he will have to come off. A little bit more time to add to this first half, which just ticks towards the half-hour mark. Still goalless here at Springfield, but it is perhaps going to be the first substitution of the evening. So it looks like, in fact, that's the end of the evening for Jean-Baptiste Fisher. Unable to carry on. And we expect the numbers to come up. So Fisher is off, Woodward is on. I expect that to be a straight swap. And it should go back to the Bulls. And then Hamill does play it back to Van der Vliet. So the sportsmanship returned by the Brickies. McCain. And then Watling just launches it. Well, it's found its way through to Bickley, and Ritzimer again just runs into traffic. Sinai on this near side. Asamoah peels away. Hamill cut out by Ritzimer. Maybe a chance for the Bulls to spread the ball a bit here now. Dos Santos can run at Crowhurst here. Ahead of him is Trotter. In the middle is Watson. Trotter, well, he can't control it again, and it's just enough for Theobalds to get back. But he's, well, gambling away there, and Trotter gets a foot in. Watling with another solid header. Ritzimer goes across, does enough to take it away from Howard. Barlow trying to turn and twist. Ritzimer does. Barlow again, and Howard just not giving up there. Woodward tries to get involved, first time. Dos Santos goes down. Well, it's been good defensively for sure from the Brickies. They've stayed really tight to the Bulls players as the ball's been played forward, and just there coming together between Dos Santos and Crowhurst. Didn't look like it was anything other than accidental, but it's the tightness of the marking that just doesn't allow the Bulls to get away. Because the danger is that if they do manage to just turn, then that could catch the Brickies out. But right now, it's working well for them. Referee just going across to have a word with Ryan Maxwell, who's getting a bit animated by the looks of it. And again, another stoppage. As Barlow gets it towards Dos Santos. Now Ritzimer bursting through. Ritzimer now tries the shot. It's definitely taken a deflection. And it will, in fact, be the first Bulls corner of the evening. We've had nearly 33 minutes of this first half before the Bulls managed to win the first corner. And it's going to be, expect DeSantis will go across to take it. Barlow's got in the mixer there. Bickley runs short, but again, referee has gone back and across, and the assistant on the far side spotted something. Maybe it's Maxwell leading his, just getting outside the technical area. Conversation between the referee assistants. He's reaching for his card. He's gone for the yellow. Well, that's another booking for the opposition manager. Saw one on Saturday, and again this evening. Just maybe frustrations just starting to flow here. The referee has got good counsel on that one and has decided to book Maxwell, but of course McKevitt doesn't talk himself into a secondary. He looks still to be quite annoyed at something. And the danger is he'll get himself sent off if he carries on. Well, it will be, after all that, a corner, and it will be Ryder Santos who will take it. Campbell is up there. In it comes. Campbell is the target, doesn't quite reach him. Falls to Watson, plays it back in, and then hooked clear. Anywhere will do. Finds Asamoah. Trotter is on him. And then the Brickies trying to get out quickly, but they've got a bit of a chance. There's a bit of space on this far side. Sinai is trying to get back here as DeSantos. He's done really well to come back from nowhere, just enough. And still the Bulls can't, Ritzema can't get a touch on it. It's like that ball is covered in butter this evening. It's sliding everywhere. In it comes again. Woodward with a header, nowhere near the target. And it's another goal kick. Pretty difficult to sum up this first half after 35 minutes, other than neither side have really got into the game. It's been very scrappy, very bitty, and we've not seen anything to put in the highlights package as yet. And maybe something before half-time and just ignite this evening. Barlow again. Bickley being shackled there. Watson with a header. Campbell clearing. And then there's a bit of afters, is there? As Campbell goes down. Gets up, Watling carries on. McCain, long ball again from the Bulls. It's not their usual type of football. DeSantos this time, maybe just gets a touch, still going to Santos. Crowhurst does really well. It's a real battle between those two all of a sudden. Come along. And then DeSantos trying to get there, and well, it's going to be a goal kick in the end. A real tussle going on down that left-hand flank, the right of the Brickies. It's certainly been combative in terms of defence. Tough, strong defending from Sittingbourne, but not able to create too much either. There's a good header from Watling. Another up and under. Falls for Howard, who's kept it alive. Needs a bit of help, gets it from Theobald's, and then you could have written that his pass was going to find nobody, and it does. It finds touch only. Barlow just wanted to go down the line again. Ritzema this time. Good bit of play by Howard, who's trying to get down the right-hand side, drags it back. Needs help, finds it inside. Hamill arriving, Hamill now into the box. Hamill squares it. Watling is there, Cavallio back defending. Well, Ritzema running into trouble, but Trotter is there to pick it up. Now LeCain. The ball's trying to get going here, still trying to make something happen as Trotter there spins away nicely out towards Watson, and then Barlow far side. Down the line it goes. Bickley goes across, so does Ambrosini. And again, another throw-in. Well, the throw-in count is through the roof in this first half. But shots on target, still nil. Jumping in is De Santos. And again, that ball is just asking too much from Watson to try and find a decent pass through. Comfortable defending again at the back, but this time Ritzema, can he get there? He gets past Crowhurst. Ritzema now skips away. Cavallio in the middle. Cavallio arriving. Beanie gets there again. Well, twice the keeper's intercepted at the right moment. Just sees it early and gets there. Well, has he held on to it for too long, or has he just stepped outside the box here? Oh, it looks like a corner's given, so the 8-second rule there has been infringed. And the Bulls get the corner. Well, it's only about the second time we've seen that this season in a Bulls game. Daniel Ginadu was the culprit for the Bulls. But this time, Mitchell Beanie, just a little lapse in concentration there, forgets to get rid of it in time. De Santos now, a lot of moving. Cavallio goes short, lays it back. De Santos should whip it in towards the penalty box. Should arrive. Watling cleared though in the nick of time, and just as Watling was trying to get himself into a position to wrap his foot around it, Bulls have a throw in. It will be Watson who'll go and take it. Although this is definitely Johnny LeCain area. Into Ritzema, back to LeCain. Cavallio trying to find a bit of space. Can't quite get past Sinai. Bulls throw though. LeCain into Ritzema. Trying that classic turn he does, left sideways, brought down. Well, no foul. Just perhaps wins the ball there. And then Watson tussling with Asamoah. Forward again it goes. Cavallio with Hoyt for close company. And then Hoyt taken out in the follow-through. Cavallio making sure that Hoyt knows it's not a one-way street between those two. And then the Bulls go back. Well, it certainly started to come to life a little bit now. A few crunching challenges. Still waiting for Beanie to be forced into a real proper save, or Van der Vliet equally. And now a mistake nearly by Crowhurst. Can Bickley get up? Well, he's held down. Well, looks like they're both just interlocked there. Stopped Bickley getting forward and getting up, in fact, but the referee again waves it on. And now Van der Vliet. And they have managed to sit off, but when they sit off in compact numbers, so they're still staying tight. LeCain, those banks of four lined up for the yellow wave of the Brookies. And then Watson with no option but to go back. It looks like the Brookies are really happy for the Bulls to just play it forward. They feel they've got the dominance, certainly at the back with the two, with Ambrosini and Arthur. Campbell just, again, wants some movement ahead of him. Oh. Trotter there. Barlow. You feel a mistake is going to lead to the goal that breaks this deadlock. It's one of those evenings where the pressure may just pay off. Van der Vliet again, looking for Bickley. Now, will it fall? Trotter brings it down, clips it back inside. Bickley with the shot. Bailey puts it in the back of the net. Well, He's done it again, the big man. He's only had one chance. It's the only chance there's been of the evening. It falls to him, and he is deadly from there. He chests it down, and he smashes it into the back of the net. And out of nothing, the Bulls have got the lead. There was a little bit, perhaps, of a mistake in the build-up, but it was the ball that found Bickley. Bickley only had one thing in mind, and that was to get the ball under control and to let rip. And he did so. It's Jersey Bulls 1. It's Sittingbourne 0. And it's the goal for the big man, number 601. Well, Beanie was beaten. He had absolutely no chance once Bickley brought it under control. And it's the first real quality we've seen in this first half. And it's just minutes before half-time. The game needed something. It's got it now. Well, Sittingbourne are going to just try and push forward quickly here and try and nick one back before the break. Again, looking for Howard down that right-hand side. Lord Bickley is prolific. He doesn't need too much of an opportunity. He's been kept quiet all night until that point, and when he gets a little bit of space, he shows just how skillful and how much they depend on him at times with his presence. As here comes Crowhurst with a long ball in. Flicked on, but the wrong way, and Van der Vliet has to get there. It comes off, looks like Campbell's head goes back towards the Bulls' goal. Van der Vliet gets an arm on it. It's going to be a corner, though. It's going to be the second for the Brickies. Hamill will go across and take it, and a chance here. There's going to be probably 3, maybe 4 minutes at least to be added on in this first half. Hamill will try and swing this in now. Should be, well, it's back and across, and it's headed off the line. Looks like it's Dos Santos who's back there. And just wonder if really Van der Vliet should be coming for those. They're inside the 6-yard box. They're coming towards him, and he's just stayed where he is and probably wanting to come and claim those. Take the pressure off. Here it comes again. And again the header, and it's in this time. And it looks like it may well be Ambrosini. No, it's Arthur. No, it is Ambrosini with the goal. Well, Van der Vliet perhaps should have come for that. You've got to ask yourself, the ball is whipped in, it's inside the 6-yard box, and in the end it's Ambrosini who brings the Brickies back level, heads it in from close range, and all of a sudden we've gone from a pretty dull game to a game that's sparked into life. It's Jersey Bulls 1, it's Sittingbourne 1. Well, it needed something, and there again, you just wonder whether the Bulls could have done better at the back. Just didn't come. Van der Vliet allowed the Brickies through Ambrosini to get a clear head on it. And it's game on all of a sudden. Well, if that's a sign of the second half, it's a good sign. The first half is yet to be done as Van der Vliet comes this time and clears it. Again, Asamoah just trying to get on the end of that one. But the Bulls didn't have their lead for long. Less than 2 or 3 minutes, they find themselves back level. Another long throw. Crowhurst again, looking for Howard, dealt with there by Dos Santos, and he cleared the first corner off the line. The warning signs were there. And now again, trying to find Asamoah. Watson is quickly across. Barlow skipping away from Crowhurst, gets bundled to the floor. Full bundle this time. Free kick given. 2 minutes of added time already in this first half. Watson looked to take it, but will leave it for Barlow to pass on to Van der Vliet. Another long ball. Bickley battling hard again. It's going to be a throw-in. Bickley saying he's won the ball, nothing given. And it's a proper man marking job being done on Lorne Bickley. Still managed to get one chance and convert. You just feel that ball's gone out again. Do you feel the Bulls just need to perhaps start to switch the play a bit more? They're playing a little bit tight, which is unusual. They normally try and switch it and pull sides across. At the moment, it's allowing the Brickies to get back in numbers here and forcing the Bulls to go back, and they're just not snappy enough, perhaps, in the passing in this first 48 minutes. Campbell now short to Barlow. Just needs a little bit of something, a little bit more crispness. Inside now, Cavallo's coming off that flank and tries to work it through, but cut out again. Now LeCain, Cavallo, and again, you just look across the pitch, the numbers that are back behind the ball that the Brickies are doing such a good job of. They're organised, got a good foundation here, and they're certainly following the plan. Hoyt decides not to go back. Well, again, it's going to get booked here for time wasting. And it was a long time that he was jockeying for position. Can't really have too many complaints, so that was a Bulls play, you'd say the same. I'll get on with it, you'd think, because if he doesn't, he could end up with a second yellow. Whistle comes. Hoyt throws it down the line. Hits Watson. Cavallo just gets caught. Like Woodward, maybe. Just gets caught in the cheek. Hoyt again. 5 minutes added already. Hooked away by Watson. Hoyt heads it back. LeCain in there, hooks it high into the night sky. And that's it for the first half. A first half that didn't really come to life until about 42, 43 minutes. And the Bulls, through Lorne Bickley, took the lead. Cancelled out virtually instantly by Yanis Ambrosini for the Brickies of Sittingbourne. Well, they go in at half-time. They're all square. Much to talk about, you think, for Elliot Powell and his team. The Brickies, they're sticking to their plan. Well, let's hope the second half is more lively than the first. Enjoy your cup of tea. We'll see you after the break. Well, the Bulls make their way out for this second half. Can they find something more than the first, where for them they were just a little bit off the pace? Well, maybe Elliot Powell and his team can work some magic and have had that chat at half-time. Sittingbourne sticking well to their plan to defend tightly, to sit with the back four and the four in front of them in those banks, and making sure that the Bulls don't get much chance. And they've done that really well in the first half. Credit to them. Second half, though, needs something different. There's going to be a change for the Bulls. Joe Kilshaw appears to be ready, so he's going to be the first change. It looks like Johnny LeCain is going off, so whether that's a little bit of a knock. So the first change, and it might need something like a bit of Kilshaw magic. Can he get himself on the score sheet or get back into the assists he did so well last season? Doesn't look to be any more changes for the visitors. It will be they who will kick off in this second half. The captain's armband has gone to Lorne Bickley, who's not only leading the line, he's now leading the side as well. Elsewhere, some interesting results at half-time. Both the AFCs of Whiteleaf and Croydon are trailing. And the Bulls need to capitalise as we're underway for the second half. They've got a chance here tonight to really make up some ground. They've got to get that win on the board. First, they've got to defend this ball, which, again, Watson uncharacteristically on that occasion just overhits it back. Just acknowledges that to Van der Vliet there, and it's a corner, first of the second half for the Brickies, who take their tally to 3, in fact 4, because they had 2 bites at the cherry, which led to their equaliser. Hamill will go and take this one from the far side, left foot again, and the Bulls need to be careful. Ambrosini's in there, who scored the equaliser. Again, played in towards the edge of the 6-yard box, flicked on. Well, down goes, and under no real challenge though, Asamoah. Looks like he claims he got caught, but didn't look to be too much in that one. And Van der Vliet will thump it clear again. Chested down this time, better control, but given away by Ritzimer as De Santos does well. Watling gets there first, just gets the chest across and plays it out. Well, he grows in stature, definitely, every game he plays. Really doing well in a Bulls shirt. It's generally Watling. De Santos again, just having to defend, and again, that's what he does well, but the Bulls want to see him making those runs, getting to the other end of the pitch, not having to spend too much time doing defensive duties, as Crowhurst will again try another long throw from this near side. Decent crowd in again tonight. As the ball comes in and Campbell gets there first. Foul, looks like it may be Ambrosini who's jumping on Barlow. Oh, it's a clear night here in St Helier. No rain and not much else going on. Van der Vliet thumps it forward. Again, defensively, they've been so good. Woodward poking it on. Now Asamoah. Trotter trying to get to him. Asamoah goes down, free kick's given. Well, it looks like the referee's going to show a yellow card to Adam Trotter. Very little contact, but maybe just a cumulative effect of the challenges that have been going in. And again, they've looked most dangerous, the Brickies, from set pieces, from corners and getting the ball into the box. And a chance again for the skipper Hamill to do so. Referee just checking his watch and Hamill again thumping it forward. Penalty spot is the target. Well, hooked away by Campbell. Van der Vliet stays on the line. Back by Crowhurst. De Santos leaping and getting ahead on that one. And then Carvalho and falls to Watson. Inside to De Santos. Somehow gets away from two challenges. Brought down though. Ambrosini. Well, we saw Adam Trotter get a booking for far less than that. Consistency is required, but unfortunately, we're not quite seeing it from Mr. Bowdry as yet this evening. Given some pretty soft cards, and the Bulls play it forward. Falls to Trotter, who tries the volley. Well, didn't look like it was ever going to fall for Adam Trotter as he wanted it, and he tried to take it on, but just put it into the netting around Springfield behind Beanie's goal, who gets the first touch of this second half. And it's a slightly better start than the first. It's not yet kind of football what we're used to seeing, but it's a bit of a battle, if nothing else, between these two sides. As Hoyt tries to play it into the feet there of Sinai. Back to Hamill. Asamoah trying to get there ahead of Watley. He's strong again in the challenge and battling to get the ball clear, and he does really well again there. Yeah, he's been a really good performer for the Bulls. Asamoah plays it back, and Hamill again overplays it, and that final ball neither working for either side as yet. I just wonder whether there'll be a change and maybe see maybe an introduction of Sunley at some point, just to add a bit of skill, as Campbell gets caught this time by Asamoah. Looks like he may well get a yellow card. He does. Campbell just caught in the mouth by the looks of it. Asamoah looks a little bit perplexed as to why. Campbell is up. And more cards being handed out in this second half. Oh, ball played a long way forward. Looking for Bickley. It's over everybody again, and the quality of the delivery has not been good. And again, that one from Van der Vliet, just putting too much on it. Just sense that the second half may well be following the first, but another change is coming. Asamoah's going off, and maybe that's just to protect him there from another booking. He's off, and Saleko is going to replace him. We'd expect that to be a direct replacement, like for like. Saleko, the second change this evening. Woodward coming on in the first. Well, it's there for either side to go and take this evening. It's whether either of them can get into that kind of groove that they need to. Well, the big up and under. Killshaw, well, he's let it bounce. Oh, Watling has done really well there. Well, Killshaw's gone into right back. Not perhaps the kind of position he's used to playing. He just stepped off that one. And you just wonder maybe if the Bulls could have just played a back three and Killshaw just in that kind of wing back position. There's not been too much coming down that side. Ritzema gives chase, but it's cleared. Now Carvalho, is there something on here? Carvalho into De Santos, heavy touch again, and he just shows too much. And it gets away from him. Bull's trying to battle to get hold of this. Cavalier will put a bit of pressure on Beanie, who gets it clear. Flicked on. Van der Vliet does come off his line this time, sweeping up at the back. Good play there by Campbell. Nice deft footwork from him. Inside to Watson, who spins. There's Kilshaw getting a little bit further forward. Cavalier now has 3 to shake off, manages to do so. And that's again what the Brickies have been really good at, surrounding the ball player. Watling decides to go long. Cavalier tries to keep it alive. Sinai gets there. Inside to Hamill. Watling again, and then Campbell. It's just a bit shaky this evening from the Bulls, and maybe just the amount of games they've played in such a short period of time. It's just having a little bit of an effect on the legs. It can do that. It's the velocity with which these games are coming. A little bit longer till Saturday, but still no let up. Van der Vliet, heavy touch. Well, nearly gets caught there. And now Dos Santos trying to get away from Crowhurst, who's pulling his shirt. Nothing given. Well, finally it is. The Bulls don't get the advantage. Crowhurst is all over Adam Trotter, saying, well, look, you gave me a card for that nothing foul. What's going on there? And the referee unmoved. And again, see, the chance here is that as the Bulls are trying to break there, they're unable to, but it now allows, despite the free kick going their way, it allows the Brickies to get the wall built. Certainly on the edge of their box, you think, and then... Well, it looks like it may be Crowhurst who's gone down. It looks like Beanie's gone down. Well, he had that problem in the first half, and he's still struggling in the second half, and it's the walking wounded for the Brickies now. Now, whether it's just a bit of cramp for Beanie. Adam Trotter still looks like he's talking about the decisions. No point in arguing with the referee. He's not going to change his mind. Well, Crowhurst, it looks like still down. Bean equally. So double treatment. And the physio for Sittingbourne, busy this evening. And stretching out that right leg. It looks like it may be the hamstring he's just tweaked. Captain Bickley being spoken to. Maybe that's another first. Certainly at step 4 for Lorne Bickley to have the captain's armband. And again, the free kick is in a decent area to clip the ball towards the edge of the penalty box here. So the Bulls can capitalise here. Watson waits. And looks like another change is forced upon the Brickies. Free kick will take precedence here, though. Bickley jostling for position. Played over there towards him. Good header. Cavalier jumping. And then going forward is Cavalier. Nothing doing, though. And the Brickies clear. Well, we can see on the far side that well, another yellow card. Cavalier this time, not sure what that's for. Maybe it's protesting or diving, who knows. The referee's having a proper busy night in terms of card giving. It looks like Crowhurst will now come back on. So the Brickies are back to full strength. Well, they've built a pretty good wall this evening, that's for sure. They've been solid at the back, and the Bulls have had one chance all evening. Long Bickley took it, scored the goal, and since then, nothing. Now we're pushing towards the last half an hour. Still waiting for ignition. As here comes Sinai backing into Cavallio. And it's not really been an evening to watch quality football. And a battle for sure. Now Theobald's Sinai far side, stepping over, clipping it in. Maybe it was a corner. So another corner for the Brickies. Some conversation on the far side. Elliot Powell is going to just get himself in trouble. He might as well just try and let the emotions subside. And again, Ambrosini is up there, danger. Near post, flicked on! Well, not far away at the near post. Well worked there by, looks like it may well be Arthur there who comes in. Everyone's watching for Ambrosini. Arthur stealing in at the near post, and his glancing header just needed to be on target, and the Brickies would have had the lead. As it was, it flashes past. Now they come again. Watling is across, and he's hooked it away. There's Saleko just trying to get there. Cavallio getting back. That's James Carr is also on the bench, and Joe Giles this evening. Ball's whipped in. Not quite clear. Ritzema should get there, does. Well, foot chase for Bickley, won't get there first on this occasion, and then it's De Santos. Heavy touch given away. Well, good play there by Howard, who's trying to trick his way through. De Santos getting back. Again, he slams it, but he slams it into Ritzema, and it's the Brickies who just keep the pressure on. Just keep going forward here. Both sides really struggling with the control. Whipped in this time, should be. Well, Campbell calls it first. Could have been Van der Vliet come for that one. Theobald's heavy touch. Now a chance, maybe. Bit of control, bit of skill needed here. Here comes Trotter. Outside to Cavallio. Quickly they get back the Brickies. Cavallio now is going to take on Hoyt. Plays it inside and pulled down right in front of the referee is Adam Trotter. Well, that should be a yellow card. Well, it looks like it may well be. Look, it was Ambrosini getting back there. Trotter was bursting through, and it's as blatant a foul as you could see. Oh, James suddenly looked like he was getting ready. So is James Carr. Changes a foot. Well, that was something more out of the world of WWE wrestling than it was football. It was an absolute slam down of Adam Trotter. As he was just managed to get free. Can the Bulls get something, though, from the resulting free kick here? They're piling numbers forward. De Santos will take it. In it comes, near post. Oh, too close to a Brickie there. Cavallio battling. Trotter hooks it back, but cleared again. And now, chance at the other end. Howard with pace. Howard against it. Oh, well, he's done the really difficult stuff. He beaten Trotter for pace, and he had to just get the shot on target. Slices across it. Gives a chance of taking the lead. Just goes a begging there for Troy Howard. All the hard work done. The finish lacking. Well, they're dangerous. There's no doubt about that. If the Brickies get a chance, they've got pace up front. And the ball's just there, hanging on. And again, the ball finds its way through. Beanie clears. This time his pass does find Sinai. Twisting, turning. Cavallio sticking with him. Gets away this time. A little bit of a tug there by Cavallio. Got to be careful. And you think Elliot Powell will make some changes. He needs to inject a bit of life in. He needs to find something to fire up this Bulls side. And it is often the case that whilst the Bulls haven't quite been at their best, you've got to give it to the Brickies as they launch another one. Flicked on again. This time it will be Van der Beek. It looks like again Ambrosini getting in there, causing problems, and that is what they've done well, both at back defensively, Arthur and Ambrosini, and at the front as well with set pieces. And again, the Bulls are having to go backwards here, which is just playing into the hands a little bit of Sittingbourne, who are quite happy to send them backwards. A couple more of the Sittingbourne subs warm up. Flicked on. Trotter this time, tries to hook it onto Bickley. Bickley trying to get in. Crowhurst does well. Again, gets it clear. Anywhere will do. Van der Vliet can just lay it off to Campbell. 25 minutes to go in this Tuesday evening fixture here at Springfield Stadium. We're still level. It's Jersey Bulls 1, it's Sittingbourne 1. Can one of these sides go on and get all 3 points? As Watling just doing enough there, got caught. Free kick is given, quickly taken by Watson. Now Kilshaw. Down the line. It falls nicely for Bickley now. Inside the box, can Bickley get away from the defenders? He's doing his best here. He's trying to turn, he's trying to... This goes down, Bickley! Well, nothing doing again there. The big man trying to get his shot off. He doesn't look particularly happy. Yeah, maybe he's just gone offside, but whatever. It's a chance now for a change. And it's going to be... Yes. It's going to be Ryder Santos. It's going to be Jameson. It's going to be a straight swap here. Ryder Santos has battled hard. He hasn't got the freedom tonight. Hasn't been able to shake off his marker. Can James Sunley do it? And he's got 24, 25 minutes. They're managing his return to fitness well, and he's got the skills as well in that locker. So can he do something here? Can he get the Bulls really putting pressure on Beanie, who's been a bit of a spectator this evening? He's had more treatment than he has saves to make. Again, no header, but suddenly forward it goes, back it comes. And now Van der Vliet does come, makes that with a header, gets caught in the process, goes down, free kick given. Flag is up in any event. Well, last quarter of this game. Are we going to be in for another draw? Or will either side twist? Van der Vliet again goes long. And there's been no real success from that. You feel it's going to come from the mistake and or a little bit of skill here. Suddenly now, better from him. The first time we've seen a good touch. Now, can he keep possession? At his feet, James Sunny, lovely little skill inside now. Looks busy already. Watson, better ball. Well, not quite. Kilshaw makes the run. The ball doesn't find him. And then Ritzema getting in the way. Sunley, oh, that's good from him. Gets a bit of a tug there by Sinai, but gets it out now to Kilshaw. Can Kilshaw deliver one in? And it comes now. It's, wow, nearly falls through. Good cover back and across, though, by the Brickies. Cavallio now. Where's the magic from the magician this evening? What tricks has he got up his sleeve? Keep hold of the ball here. Now, Ritzema launches it into the penalty box, cleared again. And up again now to Soloko. A little bit of a better passage there. Barlow gives it away. Now he's left exposed. Howard will capitalise, back in and across far post. Well, nobody there. And then all of a sudden there is. Sinai stepping up, trying to get past Kilshaw. God does him. Sinai clips it far post. Well, too much on it. Howard trying to arrive. Here comes. Well, ball's come in here and there's been a change. Ellis Brown is now on. So maybe Crowhurst, yeah. So Brown did come on, didn't see that, but Brown for Crowhurst to, again, direct swap in at right back. And they're keeping it better here. Here they go now. Oh, good skills into the box. It's lovely play. Looks like Theobald's there, twisting and turning and getting away from his man. Sittingbourne not done. In it comes, near post. And it looks like it is Jamie Watling with the header at the right time. And Sittingbourne very much on the up here. The Bulls have got to hold tight. All of a sudden, something has injected a little bit of pace into this Sittingbourne side. They're just holding the ball more. And they're threatening. Corner again, near side. In it comes, far post, back and across. Straight back out of a Hamill, clips it towards the far post, headed away. Looks like Campbell gets there first. Ritzimer trying to get Woodward to turn away. Cavallio whips it off. Sinai now, Cavallio having to stay tight with him. Stepping, twisting, turning. Cavallio does enough. Definitely the best 5 minutes of play in this match so far. And Sittingbourne looking the more likely here. Here they come again with Hamill. Cavallo just about doing enough. Inside to Theobald now. We've seen a little bit of a run a minute ago. He's going to try one again, is he? Sonny doing enough. Still coming. Shot comes in from distance. Well, not on target. And another change. So we're going to see James Carr replacing Fraser Barlow as it was on Saturday. So Fraser Barlow's evening's over. Couple of bundles. But another decent performance from him.
7, Fraser Barlow is replaced by number 3, James Carr.
So James Carr now. Perhaps he can just maybe get a bit of overlap going with Sunley down this left-hand side. Just under 20 minutes to try and make an impact. And again, solid at the back are the Brickies. Trotter decides to go safe, goes home. Back it comes. And Ellis doing well. Ellis Brown, that is. Ball stays in. Ball goes out. Ball's ball. Hamill can't keep it in. Watson. Ritzimer tries to get through. Oh, he's done really well, Toby Ritzimer. Now Sonny into the box. Ritzimer on the overlap. Ritzimer trying to get there. Can he? He can't keep it in. Ritzimer squares it. Finishes it. It is. It's Cavallio. Well, the Bulls. Has it been ruled out? Well, it looks like it has. The flag is up. It looked like Miguel Cavallio had capitalised on the brilliant bit of work there by Toby Ritzimer and James Sunley, but it's been disallowed. The ball is turned in by Miguel Cavallio. And there's all kinds of discussions going on here, but it doesn't look like the goal is going to count. Ritzimer protesting. Bickley just wondering what was going on. Well, it's the best bit of play they've had, certainly in this second half. And what looked like the second goal for the Bulls is ruled out. Well, somebody's won a few quid this evening. The Bulls, though, are trying to win 3 points. It's suddenly, he just wondered if he might add a little bit of something, a little bit of a different dimension. And he certainly did there. Good interplay with Toby Ritzema. Looks like another sub for the visitors. It's going to be Eamon Robe coming on. And off goes Troy Howard. So 4 subs made. Woodward, Brown, Salako and Robe are on. The only one left is Stevenson. Maybe he'll get a bit of a run out, we'll see. So Robe is on. And Beanie clears. And there is Salako. He's not really been able to get into it this evening since he came on. And you feel that now with Carr, Sunley and Ritzema operating down the left, that's where the Bulls can perhaps make it pay. Hook clear by Brown. Sinai looks like he's come over onto this right-hand side. So switching from the left wing. James Carr with the throw. Bulls need to get some movement here. Ritzema does and forgets the ball. Headed by Carr, back it in, Hamill's there, so it's, well, Cavallo doesn't quite get there first. And now far side, here's a Robe. Manages to keep hold of it. Hamill being pressed by Trotter. Bickley trying to get back, as Arthur just stands in his way. Bickley pushes him out the way. Theobald slicing it up and in. Well, gets there is Hoyt. Well, we had a little bit of a moment where the play started to get a little bit better, but it's gone back to as it was. It's reverted to that scrappy type of game. And it might just be a scrappy goal that decides it tonight. It might, of course, end up all square. Still plenty to play for. 15 minutes to go. Cavallio trying to get down that left-hand side. Can't get the ball from under his feet. The Brickies break again. Watling goes across, gets there first ahead of Salako. Jamie Watling's been solid again this evening. It's been as good as seen him in any game, and is forming a decent partnership with Luke Campbell at the back this evening. Robe jockeying for position, gets a little bit of space, but Trotter shuts him down. Throw in again for the Brickies. Time ticks on. Hamill drops the shoulder, tries to get away from Trotter, doesn't. Well, the ball goes forward. Bickley isn't going to get there. It comes back with a bit of interest on it. Campbell has to clear. Sunny there. And now the run of Ritzema, who's done really well. Ritzema now has won the ball. He's going to try and take it on. Trying to get back is Brown. Ritzema still going. Ritzema, well, Brown's done really well in the end. He slices it away. It's going to be a free kick against Ritzema. It looked like Brown was just going down more under the weight of his own motion, but maybe just caught by Ritzema. And that is definitely the angle that the Bulls have got to attack more. They've got to take it down this left-hand side. It may well, of course, pull the Brickies apart and open it up for something through the middle. But for now, the danger is down this side. It's Carr, it's Sunley, and it's Ritzema. Hooked forward again. Robe will chase. Bouncing around. Cavallio is back, trying to get there first. Forcing back the Brickies again. Whip forward. Carr with a solid header, but it's not that far away. And Woodward trying to win it, but Watson now. Easy touch, suddenly lays it off. Lovely play, better from the Bulls. Ritzema now, swift, crisp passing. Haven't seen that all night until now. Back again it goes, though, to Van der Vliet. Watling. Oh, Trotter just thinking about the pass and letting the ball slip away from him. Watling should have the pace, and to get across and deal with that, he does. First time ball out to Killshaw. Rolls it forward. Nowhere near, but Bickley, but Cavalier picks it up. It's got a bit of a mazy run about him now. Across it comes to Carr. Brookies are back again. Ritzema, now Trotter. Better. Killshaw, back inside to Trotter. Killshaw will go on the overlap. Cavalier with a heavy touch, keeps it alive. Trotter now. Killshaw's made the run. Just can't quite get the ball. Well, there's just a few glimpses, perhaps, of the kind of football the Bulls will want to play. Well, Beanie, of course, close to being outside the area there. He's done in the first half for holding on to it for too long. Forward it comes. Oh, a bit of a clash there. Carr's doing well there to get back and just use the shoulder, but there's a bit of maybe a head injury there. Trainer is on again. Oh, we've seen a lot of that this evening. And I've just had a few extra seconds to the time to be added. Is there one more change to come, or have we seen the Bulls subs this evening? Probably have seen the last of the changes. As Ginadu and Giles on the bench, doubt either of them will be called into action. Well, it's there for anyone to take. Sittingbourne can smash and grab. Will they? Now the referee's just taking his time. Not really let the game flow too much this evening. And quite officious in his decision making. It's going to be, looks like a drop ball. It's going to be uncontested and cleared by Campbell. Bickley trying to get control of it. Just comes off his knee. Dealt with by Ambrosini. Beanie clears it anywhere it will do. Watling gets a header on it. And just rolls out on the far side. And a spectacle this evening it has not been. It's been one of those games that you just wonder, what have we actually really seen tonight? We've not seen an attacking game. We've seen pretty much a defensive-minded setup, a good setup, it should be said, by the Brickies, who've been solid, especially at the back with the combination of Ambrosini and Arthur, who've been exceptional. Clip forward again. Nobody there. And we've seen a lot of the ball out of play, perhaps more than it's been in at times, which hasn't helped the flow of the match this evening. But it is what it is. It's a long, old season, as we know, even longer in step 4. Well, the ball does break now. Back it has to go, though. Sinai. And again, Ball's doing a good job with Sunley tracking and a flick on now, but Watling has been there. He's been an absolute colossus at the back, Jamie Watling, this evening. Read the game really well. Sunley being held up there by Brown. Managed to shake him off, but he needs some support here. Cavalier busy running as always. Sunley again. Now Trotter on his outside, but it's just a little bit too close at times. Trotter again. Carr at the halfway line. Just back to Watson. Back it goes. And now Van der Vliet. Watling again. Kilshaw. Played inside. Sunny tries to get there, doesn't. Woodward does. Hamill clips it forward. Bit of an up and under, bit of a foot chase though, and guess who's there? It's Jamie Watling. Kilshaw hooking it forward. Cavalier can't keep it in. It will be Hoyt till take. Flicked on, but Watling clears. Is there just one more chance, perhaps? Better possession now. Sinai trying to escape Carr. Carr does well. Theobald's. Heavy touch by Hoyt, but can go back. And Rossini. And he goes route one again, through the middle. Watling gets there first. Watling then just has to check a little. Woodward then goes down. Watling doesn't touch him. Play on. Up to Bickley. They need to break quickly here. They've got a few up front, but again, they get back and across, and it's Arthur this time. Now, Ambrosini and Arthur have a telepathic communication, it seems at times. Getting across that back line. Pretty much been a two-man back line. There are four, but it's been those two that just seem to have covered all the ground at the back. Just stopping anything coming their way. Salako trying to get it flicked on, and then Trotter, but it's out this side to Sinai. He's trying to take on Carr. The Bulls defending well again. Trotter sliding in, takes a piece there. He's already on a card. Got to be careful. Here they come again, edge of the box stuff. Wow, Bulls scrap it clear. Play on. Here comes Theobald's. Cavalier doing well. Wow, Kilshaw. In fact, it's Ritzema who's diving in there. Looks like he's done himself no favours. Maybe a bit of cramp there. Sliding in. Heavy challenge. Now that might just about... No, it's not going to save Toby Ritzema when he gets up. He's going to get a yellow. Well, he's staying down. Nobody's coming to his aid. Whether it's cramp or just a little tweak of the calf. His consolation is no treatment. Well, and finally, yep, the trainer is called on. It looks like it's cramp. Well, a little bit of added time here. There might be a final change here as well. It's going to have to be Jay Giles, as only Daniel Ginadu on the bench. And it will be Ritzema who has to go. Not going to risk him. Just tweak something by the look of it. It'll be interesting to see what that does in terms of the formation now. Well, Giles going to left back, you'd think, and then set Carr maybe into left midfield. Well, that'll probably give us a good 4 or 5 minutes of time to add at the end of this, which will take us probably to around nearly a 9:30 finish. As the Bulls have just got to deal with this. And Brasidi, Arthur are forward. Movement from Arthur, peeling off. The referee still not blowing the whistle. And now, at his leisure does, in it comes. Watling just doing enough there. Ball's still alive though. Oh, Giles is dumped on the floor, ball's clipped back and across, and it's cleared by Watson. Cavalier does well to kill Shaw, and then the Bulls win the throw-in. Well, we knew this league would be tough, and today it's been one of their sternest tests so far for the Bulls. Sittingbourne have been well organised, well drilled, and they've been really hard to break down. This is something now. Joe Giles slides it through. Bickley. Now here comes Sunley. Bickley goes ahead. He's got to stay onside. Sunley will take it on. Sunley cuts inside. Sunley, can he get the shot off? He gets brought down. Free kick is given. Slamming the floor in frustration is Ambrosini. But it is a free kick and it's in a decent position. It may just be too close to get the ball up and down. Dos Santos isn't on, but Cavalier is. Sunday may fancy this as well. Jay Giles territory. There's options here for the Bulls, but it's going to be a free kick just on the edge of the D, just outside. They're going to have to line this wall up here. The Brickies. Make sure they build it strong. So leave any bricks loose. You fancy the Bulls will smash one past it. Or maybe even through it. Sunday fancies this. Cavalier too. Jay Giles peels off. Well, that wall does not look like it's back 10. 10 would probably take you near the penalty spot. Sunday takes it, goes for goal. Well, he doesn't get the power in it. Easy in the end. Not the wrong idea though, but just no power. And back through to Van der Vliet. Is there one just little bit of extra something coming? Trotter, good defence again, surrounded. Watling steps forward, pumps it forward into the corner, but it's too long again. We've already had over a minute added on in this second half, and it looks to be heading to a draw. And on the balance, you'd say that would be a fair result. It won't be a disaster for the Bulls to drop points. It's not good to drop points at home, but they just haven't really been allowed to play tonight, and that's credit to the Brickies. But is there something left? Ball played forward. Bickley will give chase. Too close to Beanie. He's got to be careful, of course. He's thinking about holding on to that, but he can't. Watling with the head up. And then flick back. Well, I'm not sure if we're getting an announcement in the stadium this evening of the player of the match, but Jamie Watling has got to be up there this evening. In terms of, it's been a defensive game this evening. You fancy that Watling has probably been the standout Bulls player because he's been there at the right time. And it's perhaps just that extra bit at the back for both sides that's kept. Yeah, well, we're going to hear it from the stadium. Well, Bulls trying to come with Cavalier. And on Kilshaw can't keep it in.
And Joe's first man of the match is number 12, Adam
Wow.
Trotter.
Player of the match has gone to Adam Trotter. I'm not quite sure. I've got to say that I'm not sure what game is being watched by those who've called that one, because Trotter's had a decent game. He's not been perhaps at his shining best. He's a hard worker, but Looking across the pitch tonight, Carvalho's put in a really good shift. Bickley scored the goal, but defensively, which is what the game has been about tonight, Jamie Watling has been the standout from what we see. But hey, we don't make the decisions. Forward it goes. Bickley battling again, falls now. Sunley, Trotter. And out to Giles. Bit of overlap there with Carr. Watson. Trotter has a bit of space. Giles now, quick ball inside. Well, does well there, sliding in Sinai, and then Beanie just about gets it away as Giles closes down. And there's Watling with another towering header. Back they go. Well, you'd think the Brickies will be happy if they can, well, coming together there, if they can take a point. They won't see that as a bad result, you'd think. It won't do them any harm. It won't do the Bulls any real harm. Not so early in this season. And it means that the Bulls will remain undefeated in the league this stage of proceedings. Now back across to Campbell, to Watling. Is there one more chance? We've had nearly 5 minutes of added time. Campbell again. Can they muster something up? Carr. Got to get this ball forward. Trying to play it through Sinai there. Didn't happen. 5 minutes added. 5 minutes played. Sunley looked good. He has looked good. He's been a positive impact for the Bulls this evening, along with Watling. He's just trying to get something. Well, even his pass is awry, and maybe a chance now. He's got to get back, and he is back, and he's been beaten though. Maybe the shot, the chance, here it comes. Well, it looks like it comes off. Salako in the end is trying to get there. The shot may have been goal bound. It doesn't really matter. He gets in the way of it. Long ball. Bouncing around. It's time though to knock it back, and then Beanie has to get out of the area. Solid again with Watling heading it down. Now inside to Trotter. Trotter, can he get some space? Can he find a pass? He's got Campbell, who's very rarely gone forward. And then a heavy touch by Jay Giles. Chance maybe for Robe to take on Kilshaw. Watson getting back, Carvalho getting back. Now a skipper, Hamill, clips it towards the corner. Watson's there, Kilshaw now. Trying to find Bickley. The Brickies have it back. One chance maybe. Good control, near side here by Sinai, does well. Just keep it alive, goes inside now. Sinai, can he create something? Can he find the shot? Well, he takes it. And as has been most of the evening, the final delivery is missing the front door, and it's landing in the garden. Well, 7 minutes. You think that this would probably be all we've got left. Referee still not yet looking like he's ready to blow. Bickley gets a bit of space. Trotter now is the one last chance. Carr, Giles, give and go. Carr gets there. Can he whip one in? He's going to need to quickly get the ball across. Inside he plays it. Sunley. Giles is there. Sunley keeping it alive. Still going. Covered by Theobalds. Into the box. Carvalho is there. Rolling it around. Sunley again. There's lots of trickery, but the ball needs to get into the box. Carr decides to hold on again. Inside to Trotter. Trotter turning, twisting. Gets away. Trotter now. Will he try and bang it in? He gets it to Giles. Giles pokes it through, and nobody gambles away. And Beanie picks it out. Well, the Bulls trying to make their way through like a chess match, but that's it here at Springfield Stadium. It's ended all square. It was goals in the space of 2 minutes in the first half. Bickley with the opener, cancelled out by Ambrosini almost immediately from the corner, resulting from the far end when Van der Vliet had to get a touch to palm it behind. Well, it's even ended here, all square. It's honours even. It's a point each. It's the Bulls' record in this league intact still. Perhaps points dropped, but it wasn't their best performance this evening. Fair play and credit goes to Sittingbourne. The Brickies were good tonight. Defensively, they were strong. Well, that's it. It's ended here. Jersey Bulls 1, Sittingbourne 1 after 98.5 minutes of football. The honours are even. The spoils are shared. And it ends all square. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. We'll see you next time.
Even better, even better. But if you're in Austria, we watch last. Yeah. But, yes, but in the crowd. In the crowd. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's cool. Now I'm a bull. I'm Jersey bull, no Red Bull. No Red Bull. Yes, no no.